Hey y'all, it's your girl Tiffany, of course. And so we're having a costume contest at work tomorrow. It might be today because it's really close to midnight, and of course I procrastinated. I did get a few items that I feel like I needed to make my outfit complete. I want to be SpongeBob SquarePants, but make it fashionable, make it cute, just like me. I mean, I look it right now. And you know, actually, scratch that. I look it right now. Beauty is subjective. Anyway, so I am going to twist up my hair with these little rods, flexi rods, so hopefully my twist out turns out okay. I know that I have a history of it being subjective, so may the twist out gods be with me. Also, I have this cute little eyeshadow palette. I hope that you can see it. Oh, wait. Are we focusing now? Maybe. Anyway, so this is what it looks like. It is the Hip Dot by SpongeBob collection that I got. Ooh. Well, that actually looks kind of odd. So I am probably going to use this color here as well as this color. And a purple will look really cute, but it's not in my sneakers, so we'll see. And then I am going to make the SpongeBob hat, but I feel like what's really going to make my outfit pop is my sneakers. So in August, I think it dropped August 10th, purchased the SpongeBob Kyrie collab with Nickelodeon, and ooh, look at this, people. Look at this. See that? I think my favorite thing about the sneakers are like the details. So you see right here, it has SpongeBob's face in the shoe. Obviously, people judging the contest can't see that, but I'm just going to know I'm extra dope. Also, it has Nickelodeon right here. Come on, focus. Maybe if I back it up, you can see a little bit better. But it's kind of like the bikini bottom flare on the Kyrie logo, as well as the little squiggly right here is what I really like. The Nike check, but it's like SpongeBobified. And then on this one, it's a little bit different. Oh, I forgot to show you. So this is the hat right here. You can see it. It's going to be the hat that I'm going to try to make from scratch. Hopefully I can get it done within 2 hours because I am sure that I'm sleep deprived. And then this shoe, it's essentially the same, but it's also different. So when I say different, I mean just the inside of the tongue. It says SpongeBob SquarePants. So, fun fact, I used to call myself Tiff Bob Thick Pants in high school. I might not be there right now because, you know, I've dropped a few pounds, but, you know, it was there at one point. So, I'm going to try to keep you guys posted. Can't take you the whole way, but, you know, I hope to drop in here and there, and we'll see where we get. I purchased 3 types of felt. I'm going to try to focus in so you can see it a bit better. Yep, that's the money shot right there. So I got a white for the main portion of the hat, and then I got the black for the brim of the hat. So I'm basically going to try to make this as low cost as possible outside of me having already shopped. So I'm going to use like a Ritz cracker box and try to just make that be the brim of the hat. So that way it's a bit hard, but I can still maneuver around it. And then there is the blue for the bottom of the brim of the hat. So I'm going to try to get started. I don't have any measuring material, so I'm just going to try my best and see where I get. You'll have to excuse the background noise. I am watching SportsCenter and really don't feel like getting up to change the volume setting. So Scott Van Pelt just said that it is 12:34 a.m. So I'm still tired, but I cut out the felt in a way that I feel like this is going to be a good size for the hat, and I did a whole bunch of kind of like triangles or like a crown almost, so that way I can sew it together. And I am drawing inspiration from Instructables.com. There's a young lady who provided sketches. So she did a lot of measuring. Like I mentioned, I do not have any measuring tools, so I am just going by my eyes and hope that they do not betray me. So stay tuned. Okay, so it is forever o'clock later, and I definitely thought about giving up, but I want to see it through. So I just finished sewing this, excuse that receipt on the floor, the black part to the hat. So I'm going to go back and just sew this together to get a complete hat, and then hopefully it shouldn't be too much longer. Like I said, excuse that receipt on the floor. We're gonna act like we did not see that. I need to pick it up, but you know, body aches or whatever. So I'll circle back soon. So my mic actually cut out then. I'm doing this 6 years later around Halloween. You can see that I sewed up the hat. I have black felt on the top, and on the inside, I have a whole bunch of cotton balls. It might have seemed loose around there, but that's getting tightened up once I tighten up the bottom. So no worries on that. The cotton is in there because I'm keeping this project low cost, stuffing it up so that way it will be really solid on the top of my head. You can see on the side, I have the black thread going up the top. I really like how that looks, and it pops up against everything else. I believe that I might have put something like a ball or something on the top of my hat, so I wasn't worried about the extra string. And right now I'm about to bring in the Ritz cracker box. Like I mentioned, I'm not spending a lot of money on this project, so I eat crackers all the time, preferably Ritz, and stuffing it in there so that way it's solid against my head. And then I sewed another layer of black felt on the bottom of it, which is the top of what you're seeing. So that way my head has some type of foundation. And I actually cut out here because I got really tired. This was like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I had to be to work at like 8 o'clock or something. So I'm going to pop in pictures of the final results, and you're just going to love it. Stay tuned. Okay, so as I mentioned, the final product is on my blog. That's www.somotivated.com, and you can get all the full details there, but I will give you a brief overview in this video. You can see right here that I did put a button on the hat, so I hot glued that there, so that way it covered up all the thread that might have been a little bit messy. And then for the anchor on his hat, I drew that freestyle with a blue Sharpie. I actually hot glued a headband onto the hat so that way I could wear it with my natural hair. My makeup details are in a blog post that's Halloween 2019 Glam. I will get into that in a second. And I'm going to continue to scroll down here, so you can see my shoes that I really loved. Those are no longer sold at an actual store like a Nike or a Foot Locker. You would have to get them through the third-party market, so that is at your own risk. Here's the Glam article that I'll take you to in a bit. You can see the full outfit right here. I really just had so much fun putting this together. I get an idea in my head and then I just execute. The outfit details are right here. A lot of these are actually from places that are bankrupt, like Joann's. I believe they went out of business, but I did get you covered with the actual details on the website. So if you click them, you will be taken to an Amazon link that will get you close enough to what I had. You can see the spatula there. I actually forgot my spatula because I was rushing to get to work, and I took this picture when I got back, and I just love it because I'm going to tell everybody that this is how I actually went to work. So did I win the costume contest? No. Let me tell you who won. An oversized T-Rex that is one of those that you just buy from the store. And it wasn't even anybody in the actual building. Like, it was somebody that came from another building to come to our building because we had a costume contest. So, you know, that's just one of those things that you give to God and you let it go. So in that sense, I did write in my blog right here, I wanted to serve as a reminder for my audience that your worth isn't determined by the outside world, because that opinion will always be subjective. While I am competitive, I did not make this costume solely for the purpose of winning. I did it because the act of making the costume provided me with a moment of peace and served as a reminder of my personal growth. So I'm not in competition with anyone, nor myself, but I do like winning. So take that for what you will. It is what it is. So here is the Halloween 2019 glam post where you can get into my makeup details a little bit further. Here you can see how I use the eyeshadow colors that I mentioned. I really like the freckles. I believe I did this with blush. I really like how my eyelashes turned out, even though I almost glued my eyes shut with the glue, because that is not my thing. Like, if you see me in my pose, I'm typically wearing my own eyelashes with mascara. Everything else I got you covered, but that's not for me. So I had this SpongeBob plush doll that I've had since high school because, as again I mentioned, I call myself Tiff Bob Thick Pants. So I brought him with me, and you can see how I mimicked the belt loops by using felt and paper clips because I did not have enough time to hot glue that then. Here is the Hip Dot SpongeBob eyeshadow palette that is no longer sold. So you're on your own with that one, but here are the actual colors that I use. So if you are looking to mimic a similar look, this will get you far. This is the gift that I use to express me freaking out when I glue my eyelashes shut, but that's actually not the first time I've done it, so I knew what to do. And this goes into more detail about the makeup that I use for that look, so you can get all those details there. So here's the final look that I just love so much. Pinterest actually loves this post, you guys. So it's been popping on Pinterest. My Pinterest has about 80,000 views per month right now, especially around Halloween. So I just figured, hey, I'll just do a video and hopefully you guys will enjoy it and actually will know in more detail how to make the hat if you're a visual learner. So leave me a comment below, whether it be on my blog, my YouTube, my Pinterest, wherever So Motivated is. Let me know how you're feeling. Have a great day and we'll be talking.